Hola, hola, hola. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to another episode of Mujer De Exito Unbounded. Bienvenidas a el show de Mujer De Exito Unbounded, Woman of Success Without Limits. Soy yo, Marti Angel. I am Marty Angel, your anfitriona, your host, wishing you a very beautiful day. And today, I'm so excited. So today, on the podcast, I'm actually talking about finding your voice, empowering you, the seasoned MujerPreneur, to become a fearless content creator. It's so important, sumamente importante, que dejen el miedo, to let go of fear and to make sure that you are understanding that as a content creator, hoy, este día, and every day, it's about you finding your voice. People are looking for you. If you're just joining me now on the Coach Marty Angel YouTube channel, welcome, bienvenidas. Remember to hit that bell and subscribe so that every time I go live with my podcast or with something else, some other tip or trick to enhance your business, you never miss it. All right, this is Marty Angel, your host de Mujer De Exito Unbounded. Hola, mujeres de éxito. ¿Cómo están esta mañana? Welcome back to another episode of Mujer De Exito Unbounded. Today, I am diving into, well, every day, but I dive into a topic that is close to my heart. Because it's important to have the power, to understand the power of becoming a fearless content creator. Especialmente if you're Latina, especialmente if you are Latine, especialmente if you're a Chicana, especialmente for whatever word you identify with, it's so important that you become a fearless content creator. Especially for us seasoned mujerpreneurs. Remember, I want you to remember, as a seasoned mujerpreneur, nuestra edad, our age, no es una barrera. It is not something that should stop you. It is our strength, es nuestra fuerza. So let's explore this journey together hoy, right? Let's start with a personal story. You guys all know how I love to add personal stories because I have been through a lot in my life and I like to share, and I've seen a lot in my life and I like to share. So at a crossroads, the story begins when I was at a crossroads in my vida. I was really faced with a decision that would redefine my future. It was almost a make it or break it decision. I had spent many years as an adjunct professor, over 15 years as an adjunct professor. And yet I was feeling like still, I went through 3 deans and I was feeling like I was only given the classes that the full-time staff didn't want, right? They were like, okay, give this one away. I don't like that time slot. Give this one away. And so as an adjunct professor, we find ourselves taking scraps from the full-time professors. Now, here's what I want you to know. Most of the time at a college, it's supposed to be 60% to 70% full-time staff and 30 to maybe 40% part-time staff. But inevitably, it's the opposite way. Right? So only 30% is full-time staff. The rest, because the colleges want to save money, they hire all of us as part-time staff. So every semester you're sitting there biting your nails and waiting and hoping that you did good enough and that you kissed up, to whoever is the dean or to whoever is in charge of that department, kiss up enough so that you could be given as if it were a gift that you had to you had to merit a class, which is no good for the students because the majority of the students really don't like the full-time staff. The majority of the students really enjoy the part-time staff. But every semester I was handed the scraps and my frustration grew. And I saw how that was not fair to all of us. And especially those of us that were quote unquote not white, right? So the feeling of being used and unloved was overwhelming. And then all of a sudden, COVID hit. And when COVID hit, everybody went into fear mode. And I received the devastating news, hey, due to the fact that we have declining enrollment because of COVID and we're having to shut down, you won't be given a class for next semester, and we're not sure what's going to happen from now on. So all of a sudden, I was pretty much laid off. I felt deflated. I felt devalued. I felt sin importancia. And so I had to make a decision, not a decision that I wanted to make because I had made so many students, so many friendships, so many students that really enjoyed my classes and my teachings. And, I had taught in more than one department. I had taught in the math department, college algebra. I had taught in the nutrition department, right? And science of the cell. And I had taught in the business department, and I was teaching in the health and exercise science department, the philosophy of yoga and yoga for success and yoga for exercise, right? So with all of that being said, even though I was, able to get into 3 departments, basically they were telling me, no, we can't guarantee that you can have a job. And so I had no other choice. I was forced. It's all of a sudden you go from your income to no income. And so this was another way. Luckily, I had my business going. So I just applied to, for early retirement, which meant that I wasn't going to get my full retirement benefits, but I had to do something to get some money somehow. And with the uncertainty, con las noticias que no sabíamos que iba a pasar durante COVID, tuve que hacer una decisión muy difícil. And I took early retirement. But retirement wasn't the end for me. Let me just say, that's why I'm here. Retirement wasn't the end. It was the beginning of a new chapter, beginning of the new Mujer De Exito Unbounded. I knew I had a negocio waiting for my commitment, waiting for my full commitment. So with determination, with a lot of faith, I put my corazón into it. I wanted to be the Latina biz coach empowering seasoned mujerpreneurs to confidently choose the right software tools to elevate their business to 6 figures. Basically teaching somebody who has a brick and mortar business but hasn't really dominated the online space. So for me, it was easy to actually begin to teach women how to go from brick and mortar to click and order, right? So teaching them the value of being online, the value of picking the right platforms, the right softwares in order to enhance their sales, right? But the truth is that many of us who are seasoned over 55 are hesitant to share our voices online. Why? Because social, media is not kind to us, who our faces may look a little old, our hair is a little stringy, our makeup doesn't go on smoothly, but I want you to know this. However nuestra edad, whatever our age and our experiences, That's what makes us poderosas. That's what makes us, wisdom keepers. We, no matter the age, especially over 55, if you are there, raise your hand. I want to say, I am so incredibly grateful for each and every one of you, and I hope that you stay online. So, back to the podcast. However, nuestra edad y experiencias make us poderosas content creators. We have a lot of wisdom and experience, so we can become really powerful content creators with unique perspectives. And you know what? You need to just keep putting your content out there because somebody is going to resonate with you. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but for sure the next day. So let me just go over some steps that are going to help you to really embrace your story. To really embrace who you are, seasoned mujerpreneur. So step 1, embrace your story. Abraza tu historia. Acuérdate que tu historia es tu fuerza. Your story is your power. Every experience, every challenge you've overcome adds depth and authenticity. Autenticidad? Whoa, let's try to say that 10 times. Autenticidad. There we go. Authenticity to your content, right? So if you're thinking about, well, how do I do it? And think about your journey. Reflect on your journey like I did when I was transitioning from a profesora to a full-time empresaria or emprendedora. Your audiencia will connect, hermosas chulas, with your honesty and the lessons you've learned along the way. Tienen que seguir adelante. Tienen que saber que su historia es muy importante. Your story is very important. And then step number 2, I want you to think about how you can leverage your expertise as a seasoned mujerpreneur. Being of a seasoned age, we have a wealth of conocimiento. And it's so important that we begin to use it as a strength, not be ashamed of hiding our age. You want to use this to your advantage. You want to share insights and strategies that can help others. Believe me, it's important that you begin to share. When I started sharing my expertise in choosing the right software or tools for your business growth, it resonated with many who were facing similar decisions. En mi meta de ser coach de negocios, una de las cosas que hago es les ayudo a ver dónde están en su negocio y cuáles son las plataformas que les van a ayudar a crecer. And when I started to do that, it resonated with many who were facing similar desafíos. So there was a lot of work. I mean, I want to save you from what happened to me. My first year in business, I was like looking at things and I was like paying for things I wasn't ready for. I was paying for software that were way too far ahead of me because I was following a coach that was way too far ahead of me and didn't realize what it was like to be in the trenches. And although she could pay whatever it cost for whatever software in a big team, I was a solopreneur and I wanted to make sure that I started small and I was going to be able to pay my bills. But I had gotten to a point where, oh my God, my business was living off of a credit card. And that was not good. So I want you to remember this step 3. Step 3 is to start small, be consistent, And remember, you don't need to dive in head first. You can start small by sharing short posts, by sharing short videos on your social media, or sharing 1 to 3 stories, a day. 1 to 3 stories, that's all. But consistency is the key. Consistencia es la clave. You want to build a habit of creating and sharing content regularly, ¿verdad? So over time, this will build your confianza. This, amigas chulas, will help you build your confianza. And so it's important for us to be able to build la confianza, right? So when you're on social media, you want to build a habit of creating and sharing content regularly. So over time, you begin to build your presencia en línea, right? Now, step number 4, connect with your community and engage with your audiencia and respond to comments. Join conversations and show genuine interest in others. Hermosas, chulas, es importante que sepan que ustedes tienen mucho para ofrecer. I want you to realize that because you're seasoned, you have even more power, more story, and more authenticity to share. So don't be afraid to share, amigas. I want you to think about how to build genuine interest in others. Think about conversations that you can participate in building a supportive comunidad can boost your confidence and provide valuable feedback. Acuérdense, remember, juntas podemos más. It's so important that you keep understanding and keep repeating to yourself, juntas podemos más. You see, social media is very divisive. Social media will make you look at the other person and then make you regret why you're not there at the same place they are. But everybody's story, everybody's journey is different. So we can never, ever compare ourselves with that which we see when we scroll through our social media. So remember to give yourself grace, especially mujeres chulas hermosas. And one of the things that I want to share with you is if you're interested in a guide that can help you move forward, make sure to visit my Stand store and pick up that guide. I know that a lot of people have gotten the guide and they have, been able to email me back and say, thank you so much. And that's what I'm here for, ayudándoles, empoderándolas. The next step, which is step number 5, is to invest in learning. If you're not earning, you should be learning. The learning in the digital world is constantly evolving. Siempre está constantemente evolucionando. I always get tongue-tied, El mundo digital siempre está evolucionando, right? And I want to share the fact that I'm not going to edit this out because this podcast is about me being genuine. So you won't hear me editing out the ums, the ohs, that's me. This is me. This is who I am. And I want you to see the mistakes. I want to be raw. I want to be real on this podcast. And that's what this is all about. So I want you to invest time in learning new habilidades and nuevas experiencias, and invest time learning new tools. Because this not only keeps you fresh and updated, but it also opens up nuevas oportunidades, new opportunities for content creation. What do I do, Marty? Because people always ask me, ¿qué haces tú? I regularly update myself on the latest digital tools to ensure that I provide the best advice to you, mis mujeres, mi comunidad, my mujerpreneurs. I want to provide you with the best advice. I live by the model that I walk the talk, and I live by the model that if I don't use it, if I haven't tried it, if I haven't tasted it, and it works, then I'm not going to share it. Let me give you an example. I went and spent like $36 on these magnetic eyelashes that say you're just going to, put them on. Well, so I bought them. They come to me, they've got no instructions on them, and I have to figure it out. And when I go to figure it out, I realize, oh, wait a minute, my regular lashes are too short, and my eyes are too small, so these don't work for me. So even though they sent them to me and they want me to write a nice positive review, no, they suck. They suck. I'm going to be honest with you. They suck. Do not waste your money on these stupid magnetic eyelashes, right? So the same thing is, you will never get from me anything other than truth. So take that from the first paso por paso. Might feel daunting, but remember, you're not alone. You have a story, and your story is your expertise, and your expertise is your experience, and your experience is your greatest asset. So don't be afraid to share. So what if everybody looks younger than we do? Embrace them, and let's break those barriers. Vamos a romper barreras juntas, together. Let's together get ready to take the plunge into content creation. Ooh, wouldn't it be awesome if content creation was ageless, timeless? So if you're looking for resources, mujeres, and you're looking to take your business from brick and mortar to click and order, or you're looking for resources on good coaching or tips and tricks to rock your six-figure biz, visit my Stand store for resources. And remember that I am here to empower you, the mujerpreneur, right? So visit my Stand store for resources designed to help you, the seasoned mujerpreneur, and just mujerpreneur, to succeed. You can find everything from guides to choosing the right software, tools and strategies for building a strong online presence. You're going to find everything you need to start your journey with confianza, because that's what it's all about. Hermosas, chulas, necesitan ustedes. I give you permission to find the confianza. I give you permission. And I want you to give you permission to find the confianza you need to become that awesome, seasoned mujerpreneur sharing your content. Mujeres hermosas chulas, this is Marty Angel, host of Mujer De Exito Unbounded, saying gracias, thank you, besitos y abrazos for you joining me today. And if you enjoyed this episode and you're still with me and watching me on the Coach Marty Angel YouTube channel, hit that subscribe bell, give me a like, ask me a question, leave a positive review. And don't forget to check out my Stand store. If you're listening to me on your favorite podcast channel, gracias por estar aquí. Remember to download the episode, because that's how we get kudos. Until the next time, hasta la próxima. Mujer, remember that I'm here for you. This is Marty Angel, Latina Biz Coach, signing off. Until next time, I want you to keep shining, keep growing, and remember que juntas podemos más. Hasta luego, muchos besitos y bendiciones. Gracias por estar aquí. This is Marty Angel, signing off.